Hi everybody, this is WigglesWorld 2000 here, in my own bedroom. And 2024 has so far been a more amazing and eventful year for not just me, but for everyone. We've sang and danced with Delta Goodrin, Duran, and High Five. We've had a laugh along to the last 2 episodes of Willy Virals. We've released 2 classic WigglesWorld specials, plus the fragment parts of the unreleased Wiggle Dice film. And we've invited 300 adults and children to witness the magical extravaganza of the unforgettable night that we treasure for a lifetime, my 15th anniversary ball, with a lot of special guest performances, and some of my best friends hopped on stage to share their speeches about me, and literally, it went live on YouTube. Although some music were muted as I continue to reduce any chance of getting a copyright strike. But the full unedited show is currently available on Internet Archive, so everyone is free to watch the ball anytime they like. And right now, we are currently working on what we can expect everyone to embrace for the rest of the year. Now, I personally thought to myself that there were a few choices that I have been thinking about in recent months, and I may address about whatever has been going on since I entered teenhood until Vyond went downhill, which may have forced some of my previous presentations to be postponed or cancelled due to mild inactivity with the world's most successful animation website. Unlike generations of people who first used to animate until they have the energy to quit because they had to focus on their educational subjects and work-related tasks. But for myself, I thought I'd sit on my bed and think about what I wish to think about what will most likely happen before we head into 2025. Now, as we face towards the end of the year, and we head into what the near future would look like for myself, my family, my loved ones, and every friend of mine, former and current, it will now come to the point where I have time to share the news to every viewer who became fans of my channel, my Vyond career, and a few series I produced where I was forced to walk away from animating. And today's press release goes like this. After 15 years of producing Vyond videos, and all these 8 years as a member of the WigglesWorld gang, I have effectively decided that at the end of the year, I will be passing down my duties as WigglesWorld 2000. And it is a really huge decision for me to make, and I may explain the official reason why. It is because I was not getting into enough habit of pursuing as a pianist. I've been way too busy taking care of my own home and my family. I have to look after my mental health more often. And worse, every user who kept spam requesting me non-stop because I was getting flat out from shooting one full-length film to another, which involves crossover anniversaries, music videos, and especially the hardest masterpiece the WigglesWorld gang and I built back in mid-last year. It is not only I want to pursue piano, work and looking after my mental health. I am just getting tired from producing Vyond videos. And now I thought that I'd want to go on adult level, which would have to be taken outside from my beloved cast, crew, and the WigglesWorld community, because it is just for my privacy and my actions what I do need to remain in private. But I thought I'd inform you that I've been getting hooked up with every woman I knew in my tree, especially some girls from my previous schools where I'd greet them with a warm cuddle and share a conversation about how my accomplishments through every industry of animation, hospitality, and entertainment. And there are some scenes that would literally put my mother in an utterly uncomfortable position. Not going to be offensive there, but there are some times where I'd share a single kiss one by one because they know me a lot when I followed them on social media. Then one morning after any particular night gathering, my mom and I would privately chat about how we treat women and girls appropriately when we greet them. She would told me that kissing would not be on, although in my words, it was supposed to be sharing kindness and love to them. Anyway, back to being family friendly, and it is always important to be careful what I am addressing because you would know there are children involved in the WigglesWorld community, and especially to those who are listening to me out there. In the beginning of each week, I would get out of bed at 7:30 a.m., enjoy my coffee, do what would make my family feel super grateful, getting fresher in sun 9, and finally, I'd be hopping onto my computer to whack on Google Chrome and surf onto here at Vyond Studio. No words can describe how privileged I am to use this highly recognizable website where people can make their own animations. Before I was an animator, I was a very young boy with autism, way back in 2003, when I continued to enjoy watching my favorite stars perform on a particular VCR tape, and on free-to-air channels where children's television programs formerly aired. But throughout my time before I became a preteen, I have been experiencing anxiety where I'd start to shriek out, "Wake up, Jeff." Whenever I was watching a particular Wiggles video special, it would be most likely being filmed live at a concert where the crowd had to call out at the former member to combat his sleeping habits. That incident utterly concerned my parents, not having to appreciate the way I acted towards the television at my own home. And whenever there was a time where we'd go to a birthday party and the area was crowded and noisy, I would burst into tears because I would have to get away from every side of my family singing happy birthday because it would irritate my ears, and I would potentially run away from a large group of people applauding after singing the birthday anthem. When I got older, around that time when I was in year 4, I've actually got to show my class the part of my fan-made Monster House sequel where the 3 kids were playing Wii Sports, when an owner threw the remote at the TV and smashed it. His mate DJ yelled out the F word that got my 2 teachers in my class shocked because it was inappropriate to use that language on school grounds. But I still make stick figure air videos using clean language to ensure that the former content is appropriate for children of all ages and the public, and to be shared to every class of mine until I finished year 6. I knew everyone in my primary school loved watching my stick figure air content, especially the ones that were hilarious. By the time I started year 9, my affiliation with Vyond started to run low because my laptop had been experiencing problems and I was learning to do tons of certain tasks that would help me apply an occupation. I'd be taught to do ICT, passion projects, careers, all that kind of session that applies to every student to become mature and intelligent. But the great thing about being in year 9 is that I've got to play footy on the courtyard, and I've got to buy some great food from the stalls that most students would run in their classroom kitchen. I was originally going to take a trip to Canberra for school camp with the year 8s, but then my PE teacher addressed at the staff meeting that it had to make a decision to cancel because I don't know why. It might have been due to high budget for tours across landmarks. So they decided that us year 8s and year 9s would be asked if we could learn about Aboriginal culture in literacy classes and doing Aboriginal art on a tile. So you get a piece of tile and you make dots using the tip of the paintbrush being dipped in paint. And we would take a huge coach trip to Northern Territory for school camp. I actually decided not to go to Uluru because I would miss my family and my beloved teachers who were much more kind to me, and they helped me get through painful times. And mostly, I chose to stay at school here in Melbourne, so that way I could produce more music on GarageBand, and I actually had the free time to shoot my online and concert special on Go Animate, which was going to be released for 2016, but then by December approached, my subscription came to an end and I'd be forced to cancel my presentation. Because of the concerns of my mental health and well-being most of my time before the legacy video maker's departure, I really should have accepted that it was not a good idea for myself to sit in front of a computer let alone to produce my own Vyond videos for too long. And I thought that I'd say one message to my family and some of my school teachers out there listening to me. You would be mad if I were glued onto my chair to produce my own animations through the past 15 years because I would commence experiencing thinking difficulties, stress, anxiety, and worse. I would end up with what would happen inside my human body to turn my connection with Vyond into a living nightmare. And I'd be told by my doctor that if I don't take care of my health well enough, and you continue to sit in front of your computer every day, I wouldn't make it to my 30th birthday. But one positive thing that got me off the computer was that I have started my 12-hour shift at a donut shop, and that literally got me into a better and happier life for me to sell my treats to the people when they go to retail and festivals. But for myself inside my position as WigglesWorld 2000, lucky me. You have let me indulge my time entertaining you with every video of mine in every era on Vyond, where I'd share the moments that made you laugh and cry, throughout the negative and positive waves that would put us in one spot where I was meant to hand out my USB drive to transfer every animation from the past. But then I got too torpid because I was getting involved with family activities, like taking a jet star to Cairns for the week before I start in year 10, and then over a year later, around the time I was pursuing my own ABC for Kids double feature DVD series, we'd hop on a Carnival cruise ship to sail the 4 islands and we'd witness the experience full of entertainment, sport and great activities to do on that particular family holiday I'd be asked to embrace. And then a few years later, after I graduated high school, and when we went into lockdown, I actually have the energy to get back into shooting my animations using Vyond Studio, right here to shoot my 1000 Go Animate video special, Wiggly Virals, and throughout my first half of my 20s. I was cherished to shoot some crossover anniversaries and birthday parties until I ran out of my money after the booking payment for Bear's 25th, and I'd be teaming up with the Goodville gang to shoot a $2,000 15th anniversary ball with up to 300 people at the Grand Star, and pretty much 1,000 people watching the ball live at their own home. I honestly would lose one word to describe how privileged I am to be working on this legendary animation website, until I would have time to finish up before we get into what we can embrace, and what will reflect on my health and mind, to get through the ups and downs, and everything that has happened in the past, continue to be more present, and to enhance our mood and mental health a lot better. I would like to thank every single one of you boys and girls of all ages for watching all my videos through the past 15 years. And I must say right now, it is hard to believe how fast time goes by. I felt like that my very first day with Go Animate was yesterday. Thank you so much for your positive loyalty, everyone. I really hope that I have repaid it. I'll be around until after Christmas time. And we're very excited to announce 2 brand new specials to be showcased in October. One will be the Goodville gang doing their guest program on Rage, and one will be the film based on Jimmy's misbehaving saga titled WigglesWorld's Long Weekend Away. And then at the end of the year, we'll be showcasing my 2-part farewell series. So the first part will be titled Celebrating the King's Career, featuring one new Ronald Gets Grounded special, plus a few crossover music videos, and then the second part will be titled Goodbye to the King of the Childhood, with one brand new special, WigglesWorld's Leaving Party. We might also shoot one Christmas crossover music video featuring not just the whole WigglesWorld community, but we would bring out a number of surprise guests who will be involved in the upcoming music video. And I'd be planning to build one bittersweet moment that would potentially bring everyone to tears to make as a grand finale, hoping to happen before we kick into 2025. And then after the complete farewell series, I definitely am going to take an utterly long holiday, returning to what I love doing. But you know, this animation business would always be business as usual. I hope everyone can understand where I am currently spreading this news flash. And thank you all for listening to what I am expecting to take actions to overcome my mental health and connections with certain people, from acquaintances to better friendship. And please don't forget to press the like button, leave a positive comment, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and ensure you click on the bell so that you can get a notification. And please look out for my Weekend Away film premiering next month, and the 2-part farewell series in December. And as always, this is WigglesWorld 2000 closing up the message. Get a wiggle on.